about Israel and Egypt. Exodus begins and Israel and Egypt, they're thriving. And then you have Pharaoh comes to power. So Pharaoh is insecure and he's also emotionally immature. So Pharaoh really represents families and cultures, and really how all it takes is one person and chaos ensues. Pharaoh is insecure in that he perceives Israel's growth as an attack on him. Pharaoh is emotionally immature because he actually begins to treat Israel like he believes. Pharaoh really represents families and cultures. So when Pharaoh is in his family, is married couples, there's competition that's happening between them, as no one can actually see the individual person as an individual displaying their gifts for the purpose of the family. And these people actually mistreat their children too. This is where I create some silent competition. I have some scapegoats in there. I have some golden childs in there. So if you put that person in position of power in business, in the business world, creativity dies. If you put that person in a position of power in healthcare, guess what? Patient safety plummets. If you put that person in a position of power in the church, no one can grow under them. A really big sign of emotional immaturity and insecurity is that Pharaoh chases Israel down. Pharaoh is like, how dare you not want to be harmed by me? How dare you not want to be under my mistreatment? But we learn from the Bible, God shows us human behavior, and that is that in a position of power, Pharaoh is always leading Egypt into annihilation. Pharaoh drowns in the Red Sea. Pharaoh is always heading towards death. And so any environment where they have insecure leadership, they are always heading towards death. That environment cannot thrive. I realize I didn't share why. Because Pharaoh perceives Israel's growth as a direct attack against their personhood. So if I perceive someone else's growth as a direct attack against me, that means no one can grow. And if I actually mistreat people based on what I perceive about their growth, then that means that everyone has to shrink to this management. Everyone has to subscribe to conformity and fear. That means that that environment is only fit for mediocrity because no one can actually be themselves or display their gifts. Environments that thrive